Hello, WhymsicalWyvern here. Just get my notifications out because obviously that's been a little bit of a pain in the butt lately. I stream weeknights. I'm really late tonight because I wasn't feeling well. I didn't think I wasn't feeling well, but I come to the conclusion that I clearly wasn't. I moved my VODs to YouTube. You can find me there, or you can find me on Twitch 5 evenings a week. All right. Sorry, Bot is here. Where do you take someone who's been injured in a peek-a-boo accident to the ICU? Oh my gosh. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I gotta finish changing these channels here on my phone. All right, so oh my gosh, I'm actually looking something up on YouTube right now. I don't know what happened to it. It was around Christmas, I remember. Oh, Nameless, you can help me. Oh, 3 months, yay, it's whimsy time, hooray. Okay, Nameless, is there a French stew that you guys have at Christmas? It's got like beef and I can't remember what it's called. I'm not finding it. Oh, whoops. Okay, forget it. It was, well, here, let me just go to his channel there and I'll show it. And then
Chef
we'll
Brian
get,
Sow here, not your typical chef, owner of Mission Sandwich Social.
all right, let's do that way. And let's get this up. Let's do like I heard you, right? Yes, yes. So this is Chef Brian Zhao, and this is Frenchie because he's French. They're chefs in New York and they react to things. And I remember for Christmas, for a treat, they were doing something about a beef stew that it was, Frenchie was really excited because his grandma always made that for Christmas. I'm sorry. Apparently, it's might be just something that he knew that they would react to. I can't remember what it was called. But I was looking for one of the ones where they cook together. Let's try it this way. Because then they made it. Let's see. I wanted either the... Well, I'll just get one where they're cooking something. It's fine. They have a podcast together. Ah! Or it doesn't ring a bell to me, but I might just have forgotten it. Well, I'm thinking it would be familiar, but it's probably more like just a standard comfort food. And it's just one of those things, like one of the easier things that relatives would make around Christmas, when not maybe just for Christmas. Like I know in my family, a lot of times we would do French toast around Christmas time because it was an easy meal for my mom when she was making um all of the Christmas food that was so much more prep. Let me see them making something together, which is fun. Doo, doo, doo. I don't know why they cook together all the freaking time. They have all these videos that way. This is so weird. This is only their reacting ones. Maybe I was on his channel though.
Chef Brian Sow here, not your.
That's so weird. Maybe I need to give up on this one. No, it's not chestnut soup, although they talked about that when they were doing it. It had like beef and it had wine, shocker, and it had yo girl, how you doing? I'm fine. Hello, Tomas. All right, there he is. He's so funny because he's got all these posts where he's trying to all right, I'm looking for one of the ones where they cook together. Maybe those are just shorts. Maybe he has another channel and I'm looking in the wrong spot. Not fondue. That's a cheese yummy dippy thing, but no. Don't worry about it, Nameless. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Ooh, where are his other channels? I guess I should have gone through his home.
Chef Brian Sow here, not your typical chef, owner
Just
of
so you
Mission
want to
Sandwich
get
Social,
fat?
located right here in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, loser of Food Network's Chopped. Okay, that last part isn't very impressive, but I did win Beat Bobby Flay Season 1.
Is there clips of this? Just videos. See, I don't want one of the longer videos. I think the podcast is only long, so where are they putting their shorter stuff? No, fondue can be with red wine. Yeah. Nameless, rate the cheese. Don't worry, you got me. Wondering now which cheese. There's a bunch of them. Okay, you know what? I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go on my phone to my history. Alright. It's not on his channel. Maybe it was on Frenchie's. Don't worry, you got me wondering now which cheeses. There's a bunch of them. I'm trying to think about Christmas meal, but I don't see any kind of stew law. Well, no, that wasn't a meal. It was just a meal they tended to have around Christmas. So it was comfort food. Christmas, it's August. Oh gosh, let's just. No, it's none of those. So let me try their podcast. It's probably in the middle of one of their podcasts. I'll find it later and we'll do it another time. But let's do something with Frenchie because he's fun. I don't know why this isn't showing me any of the things where they cook together. Like they'll just hang out and cook fun stuff. So let me think what's something they did recently. Because those are all reactions. A martial arts to steak. Oh, that'd be cool. Let's see if it was around Christmas. Oh, cheap cheese versus fancy cheese. We could see if Nameless agrees. That could be funny to look at. That would have been before Thanksgiving TikToks. So, then it would have been a different year. I'm not going to worry about it right now. We can look at this one in the beginning just so you can see what I'm talking about. But it's really annoying me that I can't find any other cooking videos. I bet he has another channel that I'm not. See, I wanted them cooking together because it's hilarious. Go for it. Yeah, let's do the cheese one. We'll just do the cheese one. I'll go back. I don't know. I'm not going to do the whole thing because it's an hour.
Welcome to the So You Want to Get Fat podcast. I am your host, not your typical chef, Brian Sao. And with me today is my wonderful co-host, my ball of buttery French goodness, Frenchie. What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
He's wearing a Google Foods shirt.
I missed you too. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You didn't call me.
You didn't fucking call me.
You didn't let me know you landed safely. You didn't check in.
Whoa,
No.
Ever since when did you start becoming
No
a pussy?
No proof of life.
When did you start becoming the little bitch of this relationship?
I didn't.
On the meat and potatoes of today's episodes, we are going to guess between which is the expensive versus the cheap cheese. That's right, the French like of the cheese. Frenchy like of the cheese. Yeah, so we're going to watch an Epicurious video where they get a cheese expert.
Well, they're not going to be tasting it?
Blind test different cheeses, and she has to guess which one's the expensive one, which one's the cheap one. So make sure you stay for that. But before we go on, Frenchie, if you can stop typing that email, where are we filming from?
I can multitask.
Where are we filming from?
340 West 46th Street between 8th and 9th Avenue. In the heart of the theater district of Hell's Kitchen. That zip code is 10036 because I really miss those postcards.
Yes.
Oh, we got where's my coat? We got a Christmas card.
We did?
Yeah.
Where's the card?
I'm not going to lie. They have a hot sauce I really want to try. It's based on gochujang. Oh gosh. Okay, I'll eat something. I was eating something, sort of. Happy? All right.
Where's your coat?
Is the sound okay? What? Frenchie goes to find mail.
Yeah, and he was here for lunch last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice of him. All right, so
nice shout out.
Oh, this dude's been
Yep.
Yeah, this guy came by my spot too. This has been an amazing year of joy and happiness. Jasmine is filled with love and happiness.
That's
with
the
all
doggy.
yes, with the doggy. and happiness with all the friends, aunties, and uncles she has made. May you and your loved ones be filled with the same happiness. Happy
It's
holidays, the
plastic. It's
Wong
not even
family.
edible, Tomas.
Yes,
American cheese is not
thank you
classified as cheese.
for coming by. It was very nice to.
All right, I'm going to be honest. American cheese is not cheese. However, it's like physical cheese sauce and it has its benefit. It's not plastic, but you got to get the good stuff, which, believe it or not, there is. And it's really nice on things that you want to be melty. But I'm going to be honest. If I want a melty, gooey cheese, Monster is so freaking good. I like Monster for that.
Meet you in person.
When he came over, I was so distracted.
Like,
by
I wouldn't do like,
watching our podcast.
What is Cheese Whiz?
How, what kind of shit is that?
It's an Easter egg inside an Easter egg. It's a fourth wall.
You mean the canned stuff? Or the stuff that comes in a jar? They're not the same thing. I actually know how to make cheese. The stuff that comes in the jar. Because my son really wanted it on something when he was little. Like his friends had. But he's allergic to cow milk. So I made it out of goat milk stuff. The spray can. Oddly enough, that is real cheese ingredients. If you look at one brand is. The rest of them are just pure chemicals. As soon as I heard that you guys made cheese whip, I've had an aneurysm. Well, what was it? There was a recipe. It's like basically a cheese sauce. Think of it that way. That just you can get in a jar, but it is a cheese sauce. It is not a physical cheese, and you can make it because it's a cheese sauce. And you start with things like cheddar, which are real cheese, nameless. It's just already, and that's why you'll find it in a jar and not a can. But the stuff that he's talking about in the spray can is I don't even know how to explain it to you. So yeah, we're just gonna move forward. We're gonna move forward.
If you can stop typing that email,
Oh gosh,
where are we filming from?
I can multitask.
This has been an amazing year of joy and happiness. Jasmine is filled with love and happiness.
That's
with
the doggy.
all of, yes, with the doggy. And happiness with all the friends, aunties, and uncles she has made. May you and your loved ones be filled with the same happiness. Happy holidays, the Wong family.
Told you I'm really hard to convince when it comes to food.
For coming by.
Especially American.
Nice to meet you in person.
When he came over, I was so distracted.
Oh, we have some really good food. Just like you guys have some really good food. But you know what? I don't love everything French food either. So I'm good with that. You know what kills me with French food? I'll tell you what kills me with French food. I can go here. I remember in like a show used it like shaving cream. Yeah, it can be used that way. I'll tell you what. I knew a French person. I've known lots of French people, but I mean like from France, who kept talking about this pâtissier that they really, really like to go to because it was a guy from France and he made a pâtissier. I'll get there. Burgers are typical American food. I would say they're very American. Anyway, so I go to this pâtissier and I'm all excited and everything looks so gorgeous. Nobody can make a dessert like this art form like the French. It is so gorgeous, and there's eclairs and there's all kinds of stuff and the little petit fours and stuff like that. Burgers are German sex one. And I was so excited, so I picked the most luscious, delicious looking one and I bit into it. Not impressed, nameless, not impressed. And they're like, isn't that lovely? And I'm like, nope. Nope. So I'll give you croissant. But I am not big on most of the things that you would get like at a pâtissier, for example. What was it? I don't know, but I think part of it is because I had this idea that because it looked like a dessert and it said it was a dessert, that it would be sweet, but it was far more like lard flavored. I know, but it is certainly associated. Fine, I'll give you baguette. Baguettes are luscious and lovely. Well, hot dog it all. How about sweet potato souffle? Which we call souffle, but it's not a proper souffle, so it's not French. And it's actually made with yams.
Affected by the
Are you
That's very
watching
American.
our podcast while we're filming a podcast?
I
What kind of
It
shit?
wasn't an eclair,
it's it's a
but it
it's
was
mystery.
something like that. It was like a filled, puffy, lovely looking pastry that had like instead of having like chocolate across the top, it had something creamy across the top too. But it was more of an eclair than not. Yeah, you were misguided. Pastries aren't always sweet. Well, see, and I had been to the UK, so I understood that, for example, a lot of pies and things are actually savory, but sweet potato souffle is Irish. Next one, please. You know, I'm not giving that one to the Irish, not the way we make it. And it's made with yams, not sweet potatoes. And do they even grow yams in Ireland? Maybe. They grow potatoes. All right, here we go.
Egg inside an Easter egg. It's
We got to get
it's a
to the
fourth
video
wall.
part.
It's
All right. So if you're in New York, you want to try some good sandwiches, check out my shop, Mission Sandwich Social in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. This is the first episode of 2025, buddy. As of filming this, it's not even Christmas yet.
Yeah.
But you were gonna take a little break, and we wanted to make sure we didn't skip a beat.
The
We were
Irish are
filming these in advance.
definitely
Yeah,
fun.
this is the first episode of 2025, and guess what?
And you know what I'll give to the Irish? Nameless. The Irish gave the world Jameson. I don't drink. If we're sick, we'll do like a little bit of Jameson and some coffee, like little. I'm not talking like a shot even. I'm talking like uh what's a teaspoon in metric? Like 5 milliliters is a teaspoon. So like less than 5 milliliters. Though I don't drink. Yeah, I don't particularly. Pringles. Pringles are weird. Um, but I tell you what, if I was gonna take up drinking, Jameson would be at the top of my list to start with. If I decided that I was gonna go down the alcoholic road and just heck it all, I'm starting with Jameson. It is a true gift to the world. Pringles isn't food; it's junk to us. All right, let's see if we can't find the video.
The sauce is probably going to be sold out by now. Gochujang?
Yes!
Gochujang
Gochujang à l'orange.
is back on pre-order now. The next batch has already started. I have increased the batch, the production significantly. So hopefully we don't run into a sellout
I
situation.
feel we should have done that a while back.
Well,
well, it's a learning curve.
yeah,
It's a learning curve.
We really didn't expect this to sell the way it did.
I do want that.
Hit or miss.
Well, usually if the batches are too big, it gets mushy.
Well, so the noodles were cooked perfectly. They were slightly al dente.
Nice.
But it was still
I'm trying to get to the video about cheese. I don't know.
Good.
Banana cream pies.
Is that
Can't you
banana
just get
pudding?
to the?
Banana
I'm
pudding,
trying.
yeah, banana pudding pie. whatever.
Nameless. I'm trying.
It was fucking all phenomenal. And that was the. All right, headphones on. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of today's episode.
Who is this cockeyed blonde?
Oh my god! Holy shit! Here, let's
Sorry,
watch
sorry.
it.
It's okay.
I'm Liz Thorpe, and I'm a cheese expert. It's like really intense.
I'm questioning her. She's not impressing me. I'm already judging her.
So I know for a fact your experience with cheese is much more
Yeah.
expensive than mine. I grew up. The only cheese I grew up with was
You know what I bet? I bet she didn't make it for sommelier, so she went for cheese expert because she'd still get to drink a lot. Swear if she's American. She sounded American to me, and I was not impressed. I like if I want to know a cheese, I look at how it smells. I want to know the texture. I ask for a little corner off the edge and see, and then I taste it. And you like feel how it is in your mouth and you taste it and it's so lovely or so horrible or so whatever. I don't know what the heck she was doing except trying to look good on camera.
Craft American singles, which is why I love it so much, as many people do. But I wasn't exposed to artisan cheeses, which in Europe is like just regular cheese.
That's what my kids grew up on, was
much later
artisan
in life.
cheeses.
So, how about yourself? Tell us a little bit about
I was surrounded by cheese.
your whole life, right?
Whole life.
Yeah. Big part of French, European culture in
Yeah.
general, right?
I mean, France has more cheese. Like you could stack them all the way up to the moon.
Yeah.
Hard cheeses. Right off the bat, what I'm seeing is that this cheese is very aged. I can tell because it's kind of brown, yellowy, dark in color.
She's the
And
expert?
it's got these little white.
I'm not impressed by her at all. What an idiot. Okay, first of all, when they said blind taste test, I thought she'd be blind. Like, eyes covered. She's standing there evaluating it by how it looks. No, she's not an expert. She's a scammer. She isn't an expert. Okay, let's hear what they have to say. I could be wrong.
Oh, it's brown. It's yellowy.
Happens as cheese
Oh, and
ages
those little
throughout the
crunches of
year,
those
they will get
crystals.
these
That's
little
what's like when you
protein
bite
crystals
into a
in them that
good
make
piece and
Yeah.
you get that. That's
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of spike and salt.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah, I agree with them.
kind of crunchy. Also important is the rind. So it's
Wait.
got this dark, crusty exterior. That means it's been aged out in the open.
So the Frenchy guy agrees with the Frenchy guy, eh? I like him. He has a really lovely burger he makes.
She
I'll
has
have to
not been
find it.
PR
Maybe
trained.
an aged Gouda.
Well, I think she's doing fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little oversimplistic.
Well, sometimes that's good. Like, you always complain I'm too long-winded, and you
But
keep
it's
it
cheese.
simple.
It's what's most important in life.
Mm-hmm.
No, Bucky's is what's most
Oh.
important in life.
Or like a really aged Parmigiano Reggiano. This cheese doesn't have the dark color, doesn't have
That's
the little
definitely American.
crunchy white
Or-
crystals, and it doesn't really have a rind. It's the same.
What
all
is
year
that?
round. I'm thinking it's definitely younger, and I'm guessing it's probably.
I've never seen a cheese look like that. For
Parmesan.
Parmesan?
I'm gonna have to taste to find out.
Never in my life.
I can tell instantly.
The brittleness.
Yeah. The brittleness and the texture of the cheese. This one right
That's
here.
gonna be like creamy.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not creamy. I have.
Well, compared to that, it's gonna.
Yeah.
Where
It's
on
gonna-
God's
it's
green
gonna-
earth would
it's
you
gonna
find the
come
one
off
on the right?
the-
I've never seen
on the
Parmesan
cheese.
look like that, ever.
This right here, this is probably a Parmesan style cheese made in the U.S. They're not bad. It just depends what you use it for. Not every recipe calls for the for the OG.
There's an ass for every
I
seed.
prefer Romano to
Smells
Parmesan
really
anyway.
Concentrated and really intense. It's like waxy, like biting into a crayon with little salt or sugar crystals in it. And this is definitely Parmigiano Reggiano. This one.
How is-
Which one's the
Wait.
expensive one?
Ah!
So make sure you stay. Yeah. As far as what's going.
I'll figure it out. Listen. I would never say, ooh, it's waxy like biting into a crayon. What the frick? She eats crayons? Like, cheese is not supposed to be like biting a crayon. I am moderately bothered. I'm very bothered. Why is she representing us? Where was I? I don't understand where this... Ugh. I accidentally hit the
Fast
wrong
track.
thing.
That's a better way of putting it.
Pardon me.
Not every recipe calls for the for the OG.
There's an ass for every
No.
seed.
Cheese smells really
No, I'm not okay, Tomas. Even in 7-Eleven, we have better quality. I know you like to shop in the 7-Eleven. Even in the 7-Eleven, if they have a little block of Parmesan, it will be better quality than that. It can't even legally be called that unless it's aged for a certain number of months. I'm trying not to get really upset.
And really intense. It's like waxy, like biting into a crayon with little salt
Ugh.
or sugar crystals in it. This is definitely Parmigiano Reggiano. This one.
How is
totally
biting
different.
into a
It's firm,
crayon
it's creamy,
positive?
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I'll give you that one.
It's almost sweet, kind of like cheese candy.
What?
My guess is that this is Parmesan versus Parmigiano Reggiano. I'm guessing A is the more expensive one.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, look at that price difference. You know, makes sense. Parmigiano Reggiano is aged for a long time, and there is a fucking art to it. You know, the American stuff is, mass produced.
Even
It's
for
just
America, I'm
Parmesan.
sorry.
Let's
I just,
fast track.
where the
Fast
heck
track.
would you?
That's a better way of putting it.
Yeah, about twice as expensive. So why would Parmigiano Reggiano be twice as expensive as American-made Parmesan?
Oh my
Parmigiano
gosh.
Reggiano is a regulated cheese. For example, it can only be made in a few regions around Reggio Emilia in northern Italy. It has to be made.
I did not know that.
Yes. I could
Yeah,
show.
well, I didn't know exactly what.
Well, I didn't
region,
know.
but
I didn't. I mean, Parma, obviously,
yeah,
right?
right.
And Reggio, right? Emilia, but
It's not just that. It's like champagne. You can have bubbly wine anywhere, but I believe it cannot be called champagne unless it is from the Champagne district in France, right? I got told that one time. I don't know if it's true. I hate champagne. It's disgusting. Yep, exactly. So it doesn't mean it can't be like a naturally bubbly wine, but it cannot be called, even if you're using the champagne grapes, which are so good. Those little bitty grapes are so, I'm not a big grape person, but those are really lovely. Um, yeah. So I thought Parmigiano Reggiano was like that. And likewise, the Romano and the big wheel, likewise. But look, it's not like we don't have regulated cheeses here too. We have with cheddar, it has to be a minimum of aged for 3 months. You cannot just, not really, but apparently I know more about cheese than I thought because this is really ticking me off, this expert. All right, I don't think it's me. I think it's her. She doesn't know anything.
Bologna, Modena, Mantua, did not know.
Wise
Yeah.
person here, Tomas.
Did you guys know? Let us know in the comments below.
Of raw or unpasteurized cow's milk. And it has to be aged for a minimum of 18 months in open air aging rooms. It's turned, it's flipped,
Okay.
it's brushed by hand and by.
I've made cheese. I'm gonna say something that really bothers me. I'm trying really hard to think how to say this nicely because the whole raw milk and pasteurized milk is such a big thing. You cannot make most cheeses without going through what is essentially the pasteurization process. Raw cheese is a joke. It just means you started. She just has a script in front of her. She doesn't know anything. I agree with you completely. You have to bring the milk. So this is why I always would find raw milk to start with for my cheeses because you get a more consistent product. Because otherwise you're literally double cooking that cheese and that milk and you do not get a consistent result. So if you start with, for example, pasteurized goat milk to make ricotta, you're going to get a different, it's not always going to separate properly and turn into what you want. But if you have unpasteurized raw milk that you start with goat's milk, you can make a really lovely ricotta that's perfect every single time. Every single time. And it's not, I mean, it literally gets right up to the point of boiling for quite a period of time before it's not raw anymore. It has literally gone through what is essentially the pasteurization process. It just wasn't in a factory. I'm not a cheese expert. This is why I'm like, I'm a dum dum and I know way more than her. My gosh. Okay. But this really bothers me, this whole like raw. I'm having a raw milk cheese and it's a cheddar. And I'm like, oh, really? Interesting. Let's
You
move
have
on.
robot machines that are really cool. American Parmesan, on the
Imagine
other
starting a
hand, doesn't have
business
any age.
and you have to wait 18 months to
Yeah.
even.
I was about to
Mhm.
comment on that, and then I got a little, for some reason, a little self conscious. You're gonna be like, here Brian goes with another one of his long winded things, but
You guessed right.
yeah, but no, you're absolutely right. Your money is tied up for 8.
We literally, in Florida, we have a lot of, it's a very agricultural area for a lot of it. And a lot of people like doing things like making their own cheeses and stuff. But here's the thing, it's too hot. So people will take, you take an old wine fridge. A regular fridge works too, but the wine fridge has a different kind of circulation. And then you rig it. And then you can basically turn that old wine fridge into a cheese cave. But then you're limited to this little box. And then you have to like leave it closed for X number of months and hope. I've known people to do it though.
18 months.
Yeah, and you're susceptible to a lot of things. Like that's a gamble.
Oh yes, you're right.
Oh my gosh, I was so much
Absolutely
thirstier than I
right.
thought.
You ever seen those videos where like a tower of the cheese fell over?
Anything can you can't even predict the shit that can
Yeah.
happen. Some weird fungus all of a sudden shows up.
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
some
That's a problem
bacteria
on
or some,
Ryan's, I know.
bug that
Yeah.
like
So there's any
Until you
business
crack it
that
open, you don't
that
know.
deals
It
with
is
any
such a
type of
gamble.
good
But when
will
it comes
deal
out
with
right,
this.
oh
That
my gosh, it's so
expires.
worth
Yeah,
it.
that expires. You'll deal
Oh,
with this.
it's so
Even at
worth
a
it.
restaurant, your inventory.
I
Not
saw,
everything
I
is shelf
secretly am a
stable, so you
cheese
have
whiz,
to make
according
sure
to
that we're
Tomas.
working that
Which is
inventory
funny
to
because
keep
I hate
everything
cheese whiz.
fresh, but holding
I do
on to
like the
something
canned stuff on
18 months
crackers for
before
New
you
Year's
find
Eve,
what
though. I
it
don't
is.
know why.
Okay, let's keep this conversation fresh.
With all the cruditaise.
And it's actually aged in
You like that?
plastic.
That was good,
I
right?
often go for Parmesan just because it's mixed in with a lot of other stuff, and I personally don't notice the difference as much. But if I'm using Parm on top of something like a salad, where I really get the flavor of the cheese, I always use Parmesan.
Where did you dig up this
When
snowflake?
it's front and center, you really, really
This is
want to taste it.
Epicurious. The same versus the cheap.
It's brushed by hand and by
I love it. Where did you get this snowflake? Yeah, yeah, she's a.
That smell is. There's no cheese around, but that smell is there.
Mmm.
Take a guess why.
Because of their piss and shit.
Yeah.
It's gamey, you know?
But why is that same smell in the cheese?
'Cause I don't
So
know.
when it's like think of like any flavor you like,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
you
she's
intensify
doing
it to a
goat
potent
next?
Right.
factor that's just unbearable.
Right. Love it.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
like a brie, like a goat brie or something like
Yeah.
that.
totally different. Doesn't really smell like anything, which is actually a good thing. You don't want fresh cheese to smell.
Put a pan on the sidewalk with it over 100 with an egg.
But tangy, lemony.
You know I have chickens, right? I sat there one day and I had an egg that had got cracked, so it wasn't. We couldn't eat it, and I was joking with my kids. And I have basically a sidewalk between two of my buildings. I'm gonna hit her with the pan. That's what's gonna happen if she keeps talking. Yeah, I don't know if I can keep going on this video. I might develop high blood pressure, and I have low blood pressure to start with. Is Gouda goat? It can be. But Gouda is usually done with cow's milk, at least in America. Gouda is so good too. Oh, Gouda. This is what we do. Okay, we don't drink really, but my family makes a big deal about the cruditaise and the whatever board at charcuterie board at New Year's. So we would get like some nice different kinds of crackers, always a lot of gluten-free ones. different kinds of cheeses. Like my kids and I will collect the cheeses for up to 3 months before, whenever we see a good one. Um, and just have them ready to go, and some lovely fruits and cut up vegetables and dips. And we don't do as much with the meats, but then and then we'll do, like, obviously it's, Florida, so we have nice access to seafood. So there'll be shrimps, and there'll be, although the really good shrimps are in the spring, not so it'll just be the cheaper ones. If we do that, which we don't every year because we like the red shrimps from the Keys in the spring. The uh smoked salmon, stuff like that. Lots of soft, like goat cheeses and farmer cheeses type things, and then harder cheeses, which some of them, many of them are imported from France. So, Nameless might know some of them actually, now that I think about it. And one year I even got them honest to goodness proper Stilton. That the older two kids liked it, but Hedge and I did not care for that. We're not as into the stinky cheeses. But and then we just kind of nosh all evening while we play puzzles or watch videos or do whatever we're doing as a family. I'm gonna leave here for today. Gonna go to sleep a bit. Take care, everyone. Hit that imposter for my sake, please. Okay, here we go. Let's with the bam, 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 bam. Let's just we hit her. Maybe she's gonna make us need sake. You have a good night, Nameless. I'm probably gonna switch to a Guga video next, but I was curious. Let's see. Let's see. I don't want to see what she has to say about goat.
I can barely talk. B, I'm not so sure. We're gonna have.
Do you know how I could cure you of liking goat cheese? That smell that you like. It's very.
It depends on what the
goat
goats have
cheese.
been eating.
If you're around goats, that smell is. There's no cheese around, but that smell is there. So take a guess why.
Because of their
Yeah, kill the pony.
shit.
Yeah.
It's gamey, you know.
But why is that same smell in the cheese?
He's wrong. He's wrong. It depends on what the goats are eating. It very much affects the flavor of the cheese. You just got to get goats who are eating nice things. And if they eat something like onions, it will turn the milk and it will be, yeah, but no. Goat milk can be really sweet and lovely. Plus, I like the higher fat ones. My favorite goat milk comes from Nigerian dwarf goats, actually. It's a 6.5% fat. And it makes such lovely cheeses, actually. Good smoothies, too.
So when it's like, think of like any flavor you like,
Yeah.
and then you intensify to a potent
Right.
factor that's just unbearable.
Right.
If you're around goats,
Yeah.
you're not liking goat cheese.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I disagree.
All right. What do you guys think of that? Let us know in the comments below.
As someone who spent a lot of time around goats.
Kind of like a brie style. Definitely stronger. Smells kind of nutty. I'm gonna guess this is about 4 to 8 weeks old because it's gonna take.
I was
going to
say it's not
grow
that
this
old
Yeah,
because there's
No.
It's not 18 months.
Yeah, but the interior is the color is uniformly the same.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
style of rind on the outside of the cheese. A cheese like this could have been made by hand, but it also could have been made by a machine. If you think about little goat logs you buy in the supermarket, they go right into their plastic wrapping. Okay, I'm going.
Anything can go in plastic
Definitely
wrapping.
More expensive cheese.
That's easy to guess. Wow.
Okay, it was a lot more expensive. I was right. All that work makes this
What an
cheese
idiot.
8 times more expensive. And it's the reason why you generally cook with this style of cheese, but you sit around with your friends and eat this style of cheese.
I don't know how much more of this I can watch.
Yeah, the expensive
This one is really hard.
cheeses are always standalone. The cheaper cheeses are complementary to a recipe.
These really look very much the same. What I can tell is that they're the
I would agree with that.
style of cheese, like what are called cooked pressed.
Tomas, I can't do anymore. She's ticking me off. Are you at least learning something, Tomas? But actually, I've never consciously thought of it, but that is what we do. When we want to eat it separate, we get the really, really nice ones. But when I want to cook with it, I'll go with a one that's a slightly cheaper, but not that cheap. She phoned. She is a phony. I used to make this cheesecake, and I make my own ricotta out of the raw goat's milk. I would make it. I would make my own sour cream for it, and I would make my own cream cheese for it. But I would always add in. I had a place where I could get this triple churned goat brie. Triple churn. It was basically like triple the normal fat content or something. Triple churned goat brie. Anyway, it was really nice. And having that added in, because I didn't do, and I would do farm fresh eggs, and I did not do that much sugar, and I would often substitute just maybe a little honey for the sugar sometimes. Triple trout. I don't know. It's a tongue twister. But I would do one really, really nice cheese, and then the others were all just homemade. They weren't like fancy. It took me 3 days whenever I made that cheesecake, but it was so worth it. I didn't do like a really long, like I know you can age stuff, but I wasn't doing that. That wasn't my purpose. But those were the days. I'd have the kids helping me when they were little in the kitchen, and it was nice, but whew, yeah. All right. I promised you some Guga. Actually, you know what? Let's see if I can find this one. This is such a cool one. This one is so amazing. I should have done this one for
Today we're
Nameless.
cooking a 2,000 pounds bite.
This is so cool. Oh, yes. This looks so cool to me. All right. This is the first time I saw this guy, was when I saw this video when it was new. So it was like a year ago. But, oh, it's so cool. Look at the setup they made.
And I guarantee you haven't seen anything like this before.
I might have to go get another drink in a
Shout
second.
out to all the veterans out there. This one is for you.
Enough
talking, roll the clip.
So he said this one's for all the veterans. That's cool. So they probably were doing it with a fundraiser or something. What's this, Tomas? American bison. I'm afraid his stuff is gonna get me copy claimed with the music. Oh well. Hopefully not. Well, I remember why it was. Yes, I remember. Camas Prairie,
Before we can
Montana.
see the bison, the first thing we need is transportation. Luckily, our host John had this. They call it the wrench tank. It is all-terrain, not the most comfortable thing in the world.
Okay, that looks so much fun. That looks so much fun.
Come on now, we're not here for comfort. Let's just call it what it is. It is a manly vehicle. And as Chef Russ was getting ready to rock and roll, we also had another guest that was not sure what was going on.
We got Albert in the house.
I'll tell you what I like. Tanks can feel so freaking claustrophobic, but for just traveling around, I love that as an idea. It's overkill, but like if I had money, I could see going around a property on that. That's all I'm saying.
Nervous, Albert. Are you all right?
I'm nervous.
Why?
Nervous?
I never hunt. I never seen bisons.
This man is very nervous, everybody, but I gotta keep him together. What are the dangers we're gonna be facing if something goes south?
You don't need to be scared, but you do need to have respect. If you see them shaking their head like this, that means back away.
I don't back away. I just run, John.
That
No.
works, but most importantly, don't pet the fluffy cows.
Good advice. By now, you will notice that we are in the Great Northwest and it was cold. I was dying. Every single person had a jacket on, but one guy is made out of steel. You're not wearing a f***ing jacket?
Who needs a jacket?
Chef Rush, what the f***?
Armor?
That's your armor?
That's armor.
What the
Armor,
hell,
baby.
everybody?
That's
I'm over here
armor.
miking the man up. He need no jacket, need no nut.
Jacket. This feels great out here.
Yep, that man is not human. But as Chef Rush was finishing up getting ready, it was extremely important to have a plan and to make sure everyone was on the same page. There are many moving pieces in this adventure and a good amount of people. Not only the ranchers that were there to ensure our safety, but also my camera crew, so we needed to know everything that was going to happen. John, what's the plan?
Well, I'll load up into the tank. It's got a gunner's hatch up on.
Supposedly. The biggest issue is the bison are migratory. And they have large populations. So in the wild areas, they were not able to live the way that they naturally would. And that was definitely decreasing their numbers. However, they do talk about that some here. There are a bunch of large ranchers that just, they got the land together and everything else, and they literally, quote unquote, raise the bison. But really, for the most part, they're not like out there giving them feed. They are giving them environment where they can be bison. And that has literally saved the species, probably. But it's hard to know. I mean, they're big, fluffy cows. They will win every time. It's their... I don't know as much about it as I could. I mean, I had heard, oh, they're going extinct, they're going extinct. I don't live in that part of the country. I do know we were told how gators were going extinct. At no point were gators in danger of being extinct. Crocodiles at the very base of the state were endangered at one point, but because there was always a very small number, apex predators tend to have a smaller number. Back in the Wild West, definitely. But think about it, with the various nations out there, look, when people hunted for their food, this idea that they hunted things to extinction, while it has happened on occasion, it's happened in unique and weird little places where they thought there was more. For the most part, hunters tend to be like, they want there to be more to hunt later, right? So they tend to be very conservationist in nature. Now, poachers are a different thing, but even in the Wild West, your average person wasn't going to go out shooting more than they could eat. And it's not as easy as it sounds. I mean, think of the weapons available in the Wild West versus a bison. Look at what it takes. Just watch this.
Top. So Chef will ride up there, arms out, even though it's cold. We'll scope out this bull. He's been a bad bison though. He's jumped some fences. He's gotten into the neighbors.
Yeah.
He's caused problems with the herd. And when you have
he's
bad
a
bulls
cutie
like
pie.
that, sometimes they can take your whole herd
Yeah.
away. At that point, you got to do what's called cull 'em. You have to
Yeah,
get rid
have
of
to.
them, but we don't want to just waste it. Every little bit of meat on that is going to go to a donation.
You know
Yep.
what I say to bad bisons?
What?
Bye, son.
It's a tight squeeze, everybody. Let's just say that.
But we ready.
It's a tight squeeze, Albert. Are you ready?
I'm not ready.
You know,
Not ready.
it's a very tight squeeze, but we're excited. Let's go.
Tomas, I'm going to guess you've never been hunting. But anybody that I know that hunts, they're very careful. They do not want the herd to not be healthy. Nope. And that is usually their meat for the year. A good chunk of it. They use every part of that animal. They don't want to waste it. You know, they want to value the life that was given for them to have that food. Whereas if you go to the grocery store, there's no relationship with that food.
Super shot, couldn't have gone any better. Went down right
Wow.
away. That's how bison harvest should go. If you don't eat bison, bison won't exist. They're the only species that are 99% privately owned. They cost a lot to raise, and it's only through commerce that for every bison that somebody eats, I can raise 2 more in its place. So it's a very unique species in that way.
By eating bison, you're actually preserving it. Is that fair to say?
That's absolutely true. They
It's
almost
yummy,
went
too.
extinct. We went from 60 million to only 300.
Wow.
And it was only through the efforts of ranchers that they've come back.
But Tomas, do you eat meat? Like when you have pepperonis on your 7-Eleven pizza, you know that the meat part was killed for food. It's just you didn't do it. So it's fine if you don't personally want to kill for food, but you know, like if you have like a roast chicken at the market or a steak or a burger, ultimately that still came from an animal that was harvested. And they're saying this animal was dangerous. Like I know a farmer near me had 2 I'm trying to think of the right word, because I didn't think you'd like grazer, but 2 younger cows. We'll put it that way. They're big. They're big. Like at least a year. And they figured out how to disassemble part of the barbed wire fence. And he kept trying new fencing techniques and you name it. But then when first it was one, and then that one taught another one, and then they were bringing others. And if that whole herd had gone in the highway, they'd have killed people and they would have died anyway. They wouldn't have survived that. So eventually the farmer had to take those 2 miscreants to be cold and got a lot of meat out of it. But he didn't want to. He tried all kinds of things and he spent all kinds of money not trying to not have to do that. But sometimes, you know, you have to look at the health of the whole herd too, not just those individual animals. I don't deal with death well, even though I might not know them. Fair enough. But like I said, how many times do you see them out in the road and they're gonna hurt somebody and they're not gonna survive that? You know, if a car hits an animal that size, this is way bigger than a deer, and they just did not get to grow up because they could not be contained in a safe way.
And like John said, if we don't eat him, they wouldn't exist, everybody. Now they're going to process him up, and we're going to cook him. This is important information. A lot of people think that bison is an endangered species, but a simple Google search will let you know that this is no longer the case. The American plain bison is no longer listed as endangered, and it's all due to ranchers like John. If you ever harvest your own meat, you know how much work it is.
Yeah.
From removing the hide to butchering the whole thing, it is extremely challenging. Not only because you need to know what you're doing.
I mean, I just
but
can't even
remember, this is
imagine
2,000
a whole
pounds
bison.
beast. So you got to put in
This was
some
so
elbow
amazing
grease.
to me.
I'm impressed, Chef. That was a lot of work, man.
That was a lot of work. You know, the meat is butchered, fabricated. John and his team, they did an amazing job. That was a long.
If you shoot that bear, you better have something that can get through the fur. And if you shoot that bear, you better get it on one shot, because that bear, if you're close enough to shoot it, will get you. It better be mad and charging at you already to even be worth it, because you're not surviving that experience otherwise. You got one shot. How about just don't take off the bear?
Day. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to let this rest, and then later on tonight, we're going to season the meat.
And why are we cooking it?
We're going to cook it on the Wheel of Pain.
Wait, what?
Wheel of Pain. You don't know what that is. You're going to find out. And also, 4 a.m.
Wheel
I'm
of
waking up at
Pain?
4?
You're actually going to get up at 3 o'clock because we got to get ready by 4.
If I don't wake up, what happens?
You know what happens.
Oh, shoot. I guess I really gotta wake up early tomorrow. But then I thought, maybe I can cook a feast for the chef and he might go easy on me. So we decided to go ahead and grill some beautiful bison tomahawk steaks. As you can see
Wow.
right now, they're being finished directly on the live fire. That's because we cooked them in indirect heat first in the red tech smoker. It does the job well. One important thing to keep in mind whenever you're cooking this way is to constantly flip them. Live fire cooking can be unpredictable, so you must be present at all times. Flipping them constantly will ensure
You
even
can see
cooking,
how
because
cold it
remember,
is.
the last thing we want is an angry chef. We also grilled some
The way the smoke is in the cold. That part of being in the cold is nice. It's very cozy to be around a fire and the smoking and the everything. Ah,
veggies to keep it healthy.
Gotta have veggies.
And
what?
funny enough, we had a visitor come in as soon as it smelled
Hello,
the veggies.
baby.
This is Oreo, John's
Aw.
bison pet. She thinks she's a dog. She's friendly and stayed throughout the whole dinner.
He's
Talking
so
about
cute.
that, the food was awesome and everyone was happy. That was a good
She must
thing,
have been
because
bottle
the
raised.
very next day, the hard work would
Something must have
begin.
happened to Mama.
Well, Chef, we didn't make it out at 4 a.m., but it is now 7. I hope that you don't punish us too bad.
I'm punishing you, especially since you're so overdressed.
Damn, we are only getting roasted.
You're gonna get roasted in front of the fire.
Can you give me an explanation? How in the world are we going to put the spit up there without getting burned to death?
Easy. These.
And so it began. Just taking this beast out of the refrigerator truck was challenging. And that was the easy part. Next up was to strap the whole thing down so
Wait.
it can be secure. The last thing we need
If
is
it's
for it
that
to
cold,
fall
why do you
off
need a
as it's being
refrigerator truck?
roasted. Next up was to bring it to the wheel of pain. And for that, we needed as much muscle as possible.
Oh,
Yeah.
holy sh**.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Very
your steps,
slow.
watch your
Very
steps.
slow.
Watch your
Nice and
steps.
easy. Watch your steps where you're walking.
Don't waste that meat.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, 1 second. Whew. I can't even speak properly.
This is insane.
Lift it up. Push it towards the logs. Push it. Very slow.
Here we go. Push back, slide back. Shimmy, shimmy.
Almost there. A little more, a little more.
Oh my gosh.
We're thinking it's 1,000 pounds. That's not 1,000 pounds. That's 2,000 pounds easy. Plus the metal rack right there, that's way more than 2,000 pounds. It is heavy, everybody. But we got it done.
Now that it was fully secured, we can start cooking. But first,
I love how they decided, because it's a YouTube video, to set it up like a rotisserie chicken because they had all of them to try it. I think that's so cool. All right, Tomas, I'm going to be right back. I need another drink. I will be back in like 1 minute. You good with that? It looks like an ad's about to start. Maybe I should wait for the ad. Let's keep going till the ad, and then I'll get a
we
drink.
needed some seasoning. And for that, we started with some Worcestershire sauce so that the rub was thick. And I decided to use my rub.
Of
Louis'
course.
rub. I'll be honest with you.
It's
it is the most
expensive.
amount
I don't
I've
get
ever
it.
used in my life. This is a huge piece of meat, and we gotta make sure to
But that would be
season it
so cool.
properly. And I loved how he immediately started changing color on the bison, because if there's one thing this rub will do, is to make it taste real good. The key now was to put the wheel of pain to work.
Wow.
This contraption is insane.
Oh,
To
this
explain
is
a
like
little
so
bit more
much
how
fun.
it works, here's John.
What inspired you to build this? This is insane.
Well, it's a really long story. It goes like this. We were drinking some beer, watching Conan, you know, with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes, sir.
And that movie starts with him pushing the wheel of pain. And I've always wanted to roast a bison, and we thought, man, we should build our own, but put a little spit on it so it turns it like a Costco chicken, you know?
That's what say this is as cool as it gets. Made complete.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I would pay to be part of that. That looks like so much fun.
Out of wood, steel, and ingenuity. This
Oh,
machine
so
is
cool.
basically a huge rotisserie style chicken, but as you can clearly see, made for a bison. I would say that the biggest
Wow.
challenge here is for it not to break it down, because trust me, we had one of those.
I just want everybody to know My weld held on this, but the steel actually broke. That's how heavy this thing is.
However,
Wow.
John and his team quickly fixed it up. The last thing we want is for thousands of pounds to go on the floor. Once everything was fixed up, the important thing was to roast the bison nice and slow. Remember, this
Wow.
is for our veterans. It must not only be edible, it needs to taste good. And after pushing this wheel for quite some time, I was hoping that Chef Rush forgot that I arrived late. Boy, was I wrong.
Guga, remember you came late, right? Yes, sir. Hey, everybody else out. Just Guga here. Keep going.
No problem, chef.
You know what? I got something better for you. Stop that. Get over here.
Yeah, this is for funsies, but let's be fair. They're in what, Wyoming? He's from Florida? 3 o'clock in the morning? And our friends from Miami, they are not always such early risers. Just saying.
23, 24, 25. All
25.
right, recover. Yes, sir. Okay, you're forgiven. We got work to do. They need us. Let's go.
Let's go, chef.
Once the punishment was over and after about 10 hours of roasting, I knew it wouldn't be done on time, so I came up with a second plan.
So the plan was just to cook it as a rotisserie, but it's such a big, huge
All
piece
kinds
of
of
meat.
stuff.
We want to cook this properly to give to all the veterans.
Yes.
So here's what we're gonna do. Right now, we're putting a crust, a nice, wonderful crust to be crackly, delicious, Maillard reaction goodness. Then we're gonna quarter it and cook everything to perfection. That way
Wow.
we can focus in individual pieces of meat to make sure that they're cooked perfectly.
Just as you would imagine, taking it down is as hard as putting it up. The biggest
Is it on a commercial, Tomas? I think we're on the commercial. I'm gonna go to the get my drink. I'll be right back. Get some more drink, but you're welcome to, of course. Love you. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Whoa. Oh, oh, oh. Should be too much stand. I'm freezing. All right. Let's see what they do with this. Commercial should be over. Sorry, everybody. All right. Here we go.
issue was that everything was now hot, really hot. Using hand
I
power
bet.
and machine, we successfully achieved the task. Next up was to slice everything into smaller pieces and cook everything to perfection.
Wow.
For a big animal like this is the best way to do it. However, we all know Chef Rush is the muscle, and he said that he doesn't even need a knife. This man is a beast. But once everything was cooked perfectly, it was time to portion it and take it to the veterans.
This is the best part of the video, and I think the most rewarding, where we're gonna pack up everything for the veterans. John, thank you for this awesome experience, man.
Thank you guys for coming and making this happen. This is
What a
very
cool idea,
meaningful,
since
very
they had to
important thing
cull
you
the
guys are
animal
doing.
anyway.
This is fantastic. Thank you for inviting me, Chef Rush.
No, absolute pleasure. A great experience, great opportunity, great people. And John, you are absolutely amazing. Your team did an amazing job.
Hey, thank you guys too.
But again, John, this experience was amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys again.
Very cool.
Every year we find one person that they're that clutch guy that comes through. This year's winner goes to Howard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys check out Chef Rush and Albert. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Not sure I know anything about Albert. Whew. Tomas, you still there? All right, let me see. We looked at Frenchie. We looked at them cooking a bison. That video was kind of cool too. Yeah, it was good. Yeah. So, that wasn't really like a how to cook something, but it was interesting about food.
Thanks Oscar Mayer for sponsoring this video.
Current location, Kyoto, Japan.
Very cool, but that was a cool video, but no. If Knight was in here, we could do him looking at the Japanese Wagyu against the Australian A5, I think it was, steak. Salmonella has one on banned foods. Banned foods can be fun. Secret menu items can be fun. The problem is it can be fun too. He does some on like cooking tools that are really fun. But Salmonella is more cartoony, and I thought we were looking at cooking stuff. Are we moving on? Let's see. Let's look. I'm going to vomit does not sound appealing. I'll look at it, but that sounds pretty gross. Are you gonna gross me out? I just said it because of food related. Okay, but like lovely cooked food, things that were, you know, like, ooh, that would be yummy, that would be fun. And then this, I don't know. Maybe we could look up how to cook a mousse. That could be cool. All right, let's see.
Hey Majors, so I'd like to start off with a little biology lesson. When a species finds itself living on an island, it can start to evolve in strange ways based on the different pressures applied by the new environment. This is called island syndrome, and while it can manifest in a lot of ways, the biggest driving force is often a lack of predators. For example, the dodo lost its ability to fly since there was nothing to flee from. The St. Kilda field mouse got twice as big since it no longer had to hide. And with no one around to bully them, the Sardinians started putting maggots in their cheese. Meet Kazu.
Yuck. Wait, on purpose? Oh, yuck. I don't know if I want to watch this, Tomas. I'm like, ah! We'll do a gross foods day. That'll be perfect. Oh. Yeah, on purpose. you, you want gross foods? I don't know, because I had envisioned like prepping food or something like that, and I'm not. I find it all the time on my feed on my phone, but that stuff isn't showing up here. Here, let's look up. No, you're fine. You're fine. All right, let's see. Ooh, I know which one. I know which one I want. Hold on.
Drain it.
What's she doing?
That's a good question. All right, let's see. I'll tell you one that he has some really cool ones where he's actually cooking. Let's see. He learns to make those big noodles there. I was looking for one of his specials where he does like yeah, some of them are really fun. Like here he's reacting to things. I love his reactions, but I was going to look for one that he actually cooks. But here he's making one that was that Jamie Oliver made. So that could be fun too. Just looking to see. He actually does cooking there too. So there's noodles to pick from. There's Jamie Oliver's pho. I could have sworn he did egg fried rice recently. Well, not recently, but I mean in the recent, distant future. Who is. What? Who is Jamie Oliver? Wow. You really don't know? Okay. I mean, we could react to Jamie Oliver making something. I was thinking I wanted to see him make the creamy chili crab pasta. But we can do this. This will. Mm. There we go. We'll do it. We'll do it.
God, today's so tired of us.
Free Vietnamese coffee. This is fake, obviously. They're just playing on this bit.
Oh, okay, free coffee today. Yay.
Nephew Lone Shark grunting.
You fall for oldest trick in book, the Vietnamese coffee trap.
Not again.
Last time, you tie up Uncle Roger, forced me to watch Jamie Oliver make pho. Today, Uncle Roger have my revenge. I'm gonna recreate Jamie Oliver pho and make you eat it.
Why you do this? I'm trying, you come.
They're gonna make proper pho too. All right, here we go.
We both Vietnamese. Why you do this?
And today, Uncle Roger have my good friend Nis Thuy here to help me fuck up Vietnamese food. Nis Thuy, you ready?
No.
This is the key, bones. The convenience of a stock cube is fine, but that ain't stock. Straight from the mouth of Jamie Oliver.
I love to look at the marrow. That's how you know that you're going to get a really fatty broth. Fat means flavor. So these bones are gorgeous.
The English guy to the side when they do this is the Jamie Oliver dude. They're making fun of his recipe, basically.
This has got marrow
Him.
in as well, so this is like a super bone.
Have you heard anyone call it super bone?
No. Just bone marrow.
This like his pickup line on Tinder, you know?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Super bone.
Yeah, come back to my place. Let me show you my super bone.
Oh, God.
Uncle Roger gonna smack nephew Lone Shark with my super bone.
Oh no. The marrow is actually really good for your skin.
It is.
You know?
Why you do this to me?
Put all the bone in baking sheet.
I love that you didn't ask for gloves. So in his recipe, he has cloves, cinnamon, and star anise, which is a really good sign because those are all of the things that's in pho. I don't know which cinnamon Jamie uses, but this is the one that you should, not the ones that you use to make horchata. There's a
Because
difference.
horchata is
This
different.
is Asian cinnamon.
Yeah.
Didn't know cinnamon got different race also.
Just so you know, the cinnamon is actually bark. Funny. Okay, Tomas. Did you really not know who Jamie Oliver was? We'll have to find him separate.
Yeah. You don't see how chinky it is?
Chinky. Did you just say chinky? How this look chinky? This don't look like my eye. My eye very squinty. Very he smashed the ginger.
Yes.
That's some nice ginger.
Yo! Give him a second black eye.
Squash it.
Perfect.
Get all your anger out on this. Uncle Roger, imagine this is Auntie Esther face.
Such a mess. What are you doing?
Uncle Roger, too weak, he cannot do it.
Stop talking.
With a killer combo of Asian favorites. Sesame oil.
Sesame oil should not be in pho.
Forgetting that. Okay. Toasted sesame oil is to be added at the end. Maybe if it's like a marinade, you know, you add it a little bit to the marinade for that flavor, for it's soaking in before it cooks. But if you just throw it in the pot, you're going to lose all that lovely flavor. I would just use regular sesame oil at that point, not the lovely toasted brown stuff.
It does not belong in pho. Actually.
No, this is the killer combo of Asian favorite.
Just anything Asian, just put it all in there.
That's the Jamie Oliver school of cooking. You should be happy he don't use olive oil.
This is so weird. I don't know what we're making, but it's not pho. In the oven for 2 hours.
2 hours. Everything gonna be burnt to crisp. This pho not Chernobyl.
Oh gosh, it looks so horrible. And those lovely meat bones. Oh.
You're like watching your loved one get cremated.
I know.
No camera, why you show this? Don't show people what temperature it is. This not cooking show you should learn from.
We want to roast it, we want to develop and amp up the flavor.
Yo, you even know the Jamie Oliver hand motion.
I like the...
What is that?
This restaurant very nice. These tweet.
Welcome to Didi, my Vietnamese restaurant in West Hollywood.
Usually Vietnamese restaurant.
Actually, it looks really yummy. Okay, here we go.
You go in there, it look like shit, it smell like shit, but the food tastes amazing.
Exactly.
This one
This is
looks
true.
so good, so beautiful.
Yeah.
So the food maybe not as good, correct?
No, the food is amazing.
I honestly thought Johnny Bravo. Let me put it this way. If you want comfort pub food, I honestly think Jamie Oliver is a brilliant direction to go. And in fact, 2 or 3 of our favorite recipes are his, adapted, but his. But I don't go to him for what I would call authentic anything cooking except like British pub food. And by pub food, I mean, for example, my brain's gone blank, but like there's these shrimps that have the whiskey in the sauce cooked in, and the name went out of my head. But there's some things like that he actually has some nice recipes for. And he used to be known for, he had this, before YouTube was really a thing, cheese toasty. Oh, I love cheese toasties. Oh, I'm guilty as charged. Cheese and onion toasties, so freaking good. But that being said, he had this show where he would go on his bicycle to the market, find what was fresh, go back to his flat, and make stuff. And then it was like called was it the Naked Chef or something? And people loved it. It was fun. It was just literally, you're going to go to the shop, pick up some cheap ingredients, and turn it into something nice. When he decided to be some kind of food expert, I'm going to show you how to make authentic pho. I'm going to show you how to make authentic anything. None of it's authentic. It's all pub food variants. And then when he added the healthy stuff to it, I don't do anything that he's done in probably 20 years. So let's put it that way.
I'm here to change your mind.
Oh.
Because Vietnamese food can be good and we can have and expensive, yes.
Uncle Roger, proud of you for taking white people money.
This is to scare the white people. Oh. This is a whole fried fish bed of what I like to call tui ploy, my sweet chili sauce.
Interesting. So is that flower petals or
nice, light, airy, crispy.
What's that?
Delicious. Thank
Better
you.
than Panda Express.
I agree.
You will leave the whole tail in there? Look.
Yeah, I'm not big on the tail.
Crispy.
Yeah.
Authentic wyvern.
See how crispy it is?
So the authentic wyvern. When we're looking at food, I'm not sure what that means, but okay.
I've actually never done that.
It like potato chip, you know, like
You
chip.
know what? It's actually pretty good. And this is 2 hours later.
Yeah.
It just looks so burnt.
These are really good bones too.
That's
like
so sad.
fire all over again.
Oh gosh.
Look at this, niece and nephew. All the bone marrow melt out already. It just big asshole, and all the beautiful spices just look so black now. Hi.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh. Smell like your future, nephew Long Shark. All the marrow just melt in your oven.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing it to be funny, but they're following his recipe exactly how he showed in his video.
Oh, it's gonna taste delicious.
There's no more marrow in there. That's how long it's been roasting. So now we make the broth. Put the bones in here. I think along with the spices too.
Oh my gosh, no.
Breaks my heart.
Oh my gosh,
Another layer
no.
of flavor to the story. We have a couple of beautiful lemongrass. Give it a slap.
Oh my god.
Like my father. It smells good, but it don't belong in pho.
I don't know what we're making at this point, but as soon as the lemongrass came out, we're not making pho anymore.
Yeah, I don't.
Up with 4 tablespoons
What?
of soy sauce.
Low sodium.
No.
I can't even look.
No, Amy. Okay, I'm gonna be controversial here, but I'm going here. Don't do low sodium. Just don't. Just don't. Use less. Have the full flavor. It's not that big of a difference. And they have to do things to it. Like, you want the real flavor or you don't. Get the real flavor. Just if you want less salt, use a little less of it. Do some math, you know? Oh, I want a third less salt. Well, then try taking a third of it out. But look, and this whole big pot, that's going to be most of your salt. Why go low sodium? Yep, agreed. I don't cook much. Well, I'm just like, if you're going to make something, just make it. Own it. Enjoy it. And just don't have it every day.
Uncle Roger is speechless.
I would rather die, honestly.
That was a really tough watch. I know you're doing this to torture him, but I feel like at this point you're bullying me.
You know what? She right.
You two gonna gang out on me now?
Now, fish sauce is supposed to be in pho, but it should not be in
Yeah.
this early stage.
This is Nice Tui own brand of fish.
Okay, everything I make with fish sauce, I add it at the end. That's super cute. I add it at the end. Like, in the last maybe 20 minutes? Maybe. I'm trying to think if there's anything there you added in the beginning that... Well, I mean, I don't make everything in the world. That's true. I don't know. But I don't think of it as a beginning thing.
Sauce.
This has no additives, just anchovies and salt.
Ooh, yum.
Additive make life worth living. Have you heard of Uncle Roger's favorite white powder?
What's your favorite white powder?
MSG
Fuyo.
Fuyo.
It's my favorite too.
Fuyo. That is additive.
Needs more volcano.
You know?
Yeah.
You need that? You live in California too long. I look at this, niece and nephew. It says gluten-free, contains fish. Yeah, no shit. Of course, fish sauce.
It should always be gluten-free. She has to pay to have it say gluten-free, but I know celiacs who will not buy it unless it says that. We just ask them if there's anything being made in the factory that would have gluten that would worry us. Otherwise, we just go with that. You can always email the manufacturer. You don't have to.
Got fish?
We're gonna just let this simmer on low for 2 hours.
Usually for correct pho, how long it takes?
At least 6 hours.
6.
And if the manufacturer lies about the gluten and you get sick from it anyway, don't buy anything from that manufacturer again because you can't trust it even if it says gluten-free.
Hour.
Yes, at least. Sometimes we even do a day or 2 days. 2 hours, it's kind of weird to me that he roasts his bones for 2 hours and then only lets his broth boil for 2 hours.
Jamie Olive Oil is busy, man.
That's weird.
And then I think this is what we're all here for, the Didi fried rice. I know it's gonna be great.
Oh, so confident. This one?
Of course. So my rise to fame is actually this fried rice right here. In the pandemic, one day I decided to make my family some fried rice, and this was the fried rice that I made them, and it just went crazy on the internet.
I need spoon. Southeast
Spoon,
Asian
please.
people.
Spoon.
Nice, nice. I like your little servant. Uncle Roger need to get myself one of those.
Excuse me, that is my
Hand
assistant.
over to servant. hello, servant.
Oh my god.
Does she pay you well? Okay. Yeah, you do the wrong thing. Don't need to pay them. Where's she gonna go? Take her passport.
Oh, Uncle Roger. All right, here we go.
She can't leave. Blink twice if you need help. Ooh, look at the smoke. Nice. There's a nice char on there. Nice wok hei. And
It does
also
look
nice
yummy.
lap chong. Chinese sausage.
He's
Good,
Malaysian,
good.
by the way.
Not bad. Do you use MSG?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
And how old are you, Nis Tui? You already got cookbook.
I'm 26 years old.
26?
98. 1998.
You're so impressive.
Thank
You're so
you.
young. You know, Nephew Loan Shark, he's single. What do you think of him?
I mean, I think he's a great guy.
You see him getting all tied up. You get excited or not?
You know, he's not really my type, but we can be friends.
Nephew Loan Shark just sitting there crying right now. You know, look. You know, if not Nephew Loan Shark type, what your type?
Tall, dark, and handsome.
This is the time to use the emotional damage. Emotional damage. The prof is stunned.
So this is Jamie's pho. It looks very dark.
He's a comedian, by the way. No, you can be enemies. You don't have to be friends, you can be enemies.
Very confusing because as I'm smelling this, it smells like wei because of the lemongrass that we put in here.
Yeah, but they're completely different dish.
This is how pho is supposed to look like. Delicate, beautiful, nice, and golden. See that clear broth? It is so difficult to get a good...
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of pho. I know it's controversial, a lot of people really love it, but I'm not a big fan. But yes, it's supposed to just have this lovely, clear... That is so hard to do. It's just shimmery. Num num num.
Flavorful broth and still have it clear.
Yep.
A good sign of a good pho.
It has
Look
to
at
be a
the
clear
color
broth.
difference. And proper pho broth also supposed to have layer of oil on it.
Yep.
Anyway, now we taste Jamie Oliver pho broth. I'm gonna mimic what Jamie Oliver
Oh
say.
my gosh. I would not put that in my mouth.
Heavenly. In a complete lie, niece and nephew.
Oh my god. Wow, that's
I need to cleanse my-
terrible.
Yeah. Ugh.
Tastes like water mixed with
Random
flavoring.
Asian shit. If you serve pho like this in your restaurant, you're gonna close down. Jamie Oliver cook skirt steak to go with it, and he hold it up to camera like this.
Oh my gosh.
It's the weirdest thing to do.
Making me feel very uncomfortable.
Do you know how he cook it?
How?
I'm gonna cook it medium rare.
Okay, did you see Jamie Oliver's skirt steak? He had all those dark spots around it. It was not a nice steak. Oh my gosh.
Blue.
That don't even make sense, correct?
No, how could it be
Medium rare.
medium and
He
blue?
just sounds very confused through all of this.
Let's beat my meat together.
You can go ahead and do that.
Sear the beef to medium rare blue. Whatever
It's
that means.
Why are you
made
cutting
up.
it so thick? Is that how he did it?
Yeah. You think he's gonna slice it?
Okay. What? Blue is like mostly raw, basically. Warmed through. With a crust, maybe, but this.
Thin for you? No.
No, don't do that.
Why? It's steak. Unseasoned steak. Delicious.
No, it was seasoned with nut oil. I've never seasoned anything with oil.
Nut oil is what Uncle Roger used every night. Sorry, children. Noodle go in. Beef, spring onion, chili, bean sprout, mint. He really put mint in there. Cilantro, pickled garlic. Can't save you. And now the broth that smells like wet salt.
Yeah.
Look at this. This worse than Vietnam War. And there you have it. Jamie Oliver.
I thought purple was. That's the point. He said. It can't be medium rare and blue. They're two different terms. That's like. A wet desert. I don't know. I guess even a desert can be wet. I don't know. It's weird.
I would even serve this to my worst enemy. Ugh.
There you go, nephew loan shark. Try?
No.
No?
Do you want us to feed it to you?
Do you want to see your family again?
I'd rather die honestly.
No, no, you cannot get out of this.
Not eat
Open
that.
your mouth. Choo
No.
choo, choo
No,
choo
no,
train.
no,
Here
no,
comes the
no.
airplane.
That's why I said it didn't work. Antarctica is a desert and wet. Exactly. A desert used to just be defined by how much rain soaked into the ground in a given year. Now it's like the Sahara. I don't know. But yes, Antarctica is definitely, you're not going to rain in Antarctica. That's for friggin' sure.
With a killer combo of Asian favourites.
I can't even look.
Yeah.
I can't even look. These are really good bones too.
That tastes like burnt bread. That tastes like when my mom leave me in the car for too long. Tastes really bad. Why you do that?
Needs to Uncle Roger feel bad for him.
Me too.
Okay, I think you suffer enough. Uncle Roger got my revenge. I'm very happy now. Maybe you make him some proper pho.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, make him your favorite pho recipe. How about that?
All right, let's do it. It's called Kevin's Pho.
There we go. You go make it nice.
Vietnamese coffee as promised.
Hey, come on, yeah.
Oh, this pho broth it just tastes so different.
Because it's actually pho.
Yeah, it got nuance, it got layer of flavor and spice and just good. It don't taste like wet sock.
Exactly.
Go buy niece Tui cook.
So you don't want your pho to taste like a wet sock. You know, wherever I pause, she's super cute. That is hard to do. I tell you what, not a lot of people have a face like that. Normally it would be like you randomly pause and they end up with some weird expressions. She's a cutie pie.
And if you in LA, come check out Didi.
And don't ever cook Jamie Oliver pho.
Bye-bye.
That lobster
Even
curry
the
looks
worst
good.
pho that I've ever tried, I don't even think it has lemongrass.
Where's the worst pho you try? Tell us.
I don't.
Shit on some restaurant.
No, I can't do that.
Just do it.
No, no.
No.
Even the soy sauce doesn't want to come out.
The soy sauce trying to stop us.
It's trying to. It's like in there saying no.
It's trying to stop us from committing Vietnamese hate crime.
Like, don't do it.
All right, Frankie, this is for the fighting sounds overlaid over the wide shot of the restaurant. Ready?
Ow.
Okay, one more time.
I was showing this part just so you know, not only are they're really playing, they're having a lot of fun together.
All right, well, let's do another one.
Medium rare blue. Interesting. Medium rare blue. There's a lot of Chinese influences in Vietnamese cuisine.
Nice, nice.
Thank you. He went back for a second bite. See?
Of course.
See?
very
I know
good.
it's good. I know it's good.
Vietnamese style.
So that was Uncle Roger. It does look good. I'm fizzing out, Tomas. I'm getting tired. I might do one more quick little one if you want, but I think I can sleep. Aw, thank you. What kind of stuff do we want to do next week? This is fun. I like this. I like doing the reactions. You know what? Don't worry about it, because what I'll do is I'll have the I'll have the channel, finish getting the channel set up this weekend. And then people can write what they would like to see there. But I like spending the week thinking of things. And the problem is finding the videos. There's got to be a better way to do this. But at least I've kind of figured out how to do it. Woohoo. All right. You have a good night, Tomas. Tomorrow should be Minecraft Day. And let's see if we can make it work, because I swear 2 out of the last 4 Fridays I've had issues. So hopefully it goes well, knock on wood. Alrighty. Bye-bye, Tomas. You have a good night. Wait, you want me to see if, nah, we're not gonna worry about a raid. Have a good night. Bye-bye. See you later tomorrow morning. And tomorrow morning? Okay. Sounds good. Bye-bye, Tomas. Bye-bye, anybody else watching, listening, etc. Have a good evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.